So I am here with Cat Osterman. Welcome, first of all.
Thank you.
Congratulations, you're going to be receiving a Top 8 award tomorrow. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited. A couple years ago, one of our soccer players at Texas won it, so I kind of knew of the award, and it was kind of a goal of mine, and then when our academic advisor called to say I'd won, I was ecstatic.
Now, it's not just, you're obviously a superb athlete, but it's an award that honors student athletes,
right.
An academic award. Talk a little bit about how you balanced academics and athletics at Texas.
It was difficult, especially I took a year off in between my sophomore and junior year, so coming back was hard, but it's just something I've always taken pride in, and I've said from day one, I wanted a psychology degree, and I didn't venture from that, didn't change majors, and I just kind of stuck it out, and I'm always interested in my classes, and I've had fun with it. And then on the other side, community service, anytime we can get out in the community and do stuff or volunteer, whether it's around holidays or even, we do Marathon Kids, so we have kids running around our track and we go run with them and stuff. So all that kind of stuff, just put it all together, and it was my career. It kept me busy, but I definitely loved it.
So it wasn't just softball?
No.
Even though you guys played 60,
right.
70 games a year.
No, we play a lot. In the fall is when we more are able to do community service stuff, and academics. Definitely my harder classes were in the fall, but it was not definitely just softball. I was out doing a ton of other things, watching other events, enjoying Austin, but anytime we were able to venture away from the field and help people out, we did.
It's kind of interesting. I'm sitting across from you. You're 23 years old?
23.
You're one of the most decorated softball players in history. And how does that feel?
It feels great. It's not something I expected going into school. I wanted to help, put Texas on the softball map, but I really didn't think I would accomplish everything I did. But it's kind of just a testament, I guess, to the hard work I put in, and at the same time my determination just to keep getting better every day. And I went out there and I did that, and I think every year anything I earned was just kind of an addition to what I did the year before, because I just kept trying to improve and find ways to get better.
I saw you pitch, which was an incredible experience. I was at the Women's College World Series last year, and you guys were eliminated, and I know that was a disappointment for you. Can you explain that a little bit?
I wasn't so much disappointed we didn't win a national. Obviously you're disappointed you lose because you're so close to getting a national championship, but I was more disappointed that I was never going to be wearing burnt orange as a player again. And for anyone that's a Texas student athlete, that's just something we take a ton of pride in. And anytime you see burnt orange across country, you just get a huge smile and get all excited. So for me, it was just kind of hard to let go of the fact that I was no longer going to be an athlete at Texas. I was done, and it was a long journey and just kind of an emotional one at the end. But, we put it all out there, and I really don't regret anything that happened at the World Series. Just things don't fall your way sometimes, and I gave it the best I could. And, it's just short. My career fell just short of a national championship. But other than that ring, I feel pretty good about it.
But you talk about the experience of wearing burnt orange and being at Texas. What was so special about being a student athlete, playing softball in college?
It's just depending on where you go, but for Austin at least, the city, the UT sports that's all there is. We don't have any professional sports, so around the city it's the talk is of your sport, and baseball and softball go on at the same time, but there's just equal talk about softball as there is baseball. So that was really big there, and just being able to play in college is huge because you get to be on ESPN, and you get to read about yourself or other teammates in magazines and stuff. And for us, it was just huge to be able to, we played on ESPN a lot. CSTV picked up a bunch of games for us, and just being able to experience kind of the semi-pro life as a college athlete was amazing.
What would people be surprised to know about Texas student athletes?
We put in a lot more work than everyone thinks.
How so?
Obviously, we're a Nike-sponsored school, so we obviously get the warm-up gear and all that, and everyone's always like, oh, athletes get so much. But on top of practice, we're lifting weights all the time, just like at any other school. We're mandated to have study hall, and so a lot of times our day starts at 6:30, doesn't end until about 9, and then you have time to go off and do what you want. I guess some people don't realize that student athletes' days are a lot longer than the hour, 2 hours of class, and then, the 3 hours on the field. There's a lot more to it.
Tell me a little bit about your experience with the national team and winning a gold medal in 2004. That must have been a thrill of a lifetime.
I didn't expect to be there. I really was hoping my first shot, or well, not hoping, but I was visualizing my first shot to be in '08. But it was exciting. Anytime you can wear USA, I mean, you can't turn it down. It's just one of those, you represent so much wearing red, white, and blue. And for me, being the youngest, it was kind of a learning experience. I knew I probably wasn't going to be our horse and our go-to. I still threw a good amount, which I was happy with. I had a great performance and couldn't ask for better. But I just kind of went in there and wanted to grow as an athlete, and especially for me, the mental side. I was so young. I wanted to be able to go in and take something from it and take it back to school, which is what I did, and I think that definitely gave me a huge step my junior and senior year. I was just at a totally different level, and I could feel it confidence-wise and just how I approached every game.
What are your thoughts on the fact that softball won't be played at the 2012 Olympics?
You know, it's a saddening bit of news, I guess, for us. The best way to put it, for me, probably would have been the last time I played in the Olympics would have been 2012. So being the youngest of the '04 team, I probably would have been one of the few left playing. But I think for our sport as a whole, it's kind of a slap in the face almost. It's a great sport, and it's a growing sport, and so many girls kind of, I guess, caught the softball fever after, 2000 and 2004, and the more it gets put on TV and the College World Series gets publicized, everyone's starting to love it. And you see girls growing up who, they might be growing up in Wyoming, but they're a Tennessee fan because they saw Tennessee at the World Series, or, we get fan mail at school, and people in Michigan are Texas fans, and you're just kind of, we weren't playing on TV all the time, that wouldn't happen. But little girls can now do that, Boys grow up and I want to play basketball at Duke, or I want to play baseball at Texas or Fullerton or wherever, the big schools are. And now girls can look and have that dream, and then they had the dream for the national team, and for that to be gone since we don't have a huge pro league yet, it's kind of, it's saddening because, it's what's left now after college for us.
So how do you feel about being a role model to all of those 8-year-old and 10-year-old girls who are playing softball all across the country and looking up to you?
I love it. I love going out, and if I see a girl comes up, oh, I play softball, you always take a minute or two and just talk, ask them what position they play, what their team name is, and, all that kind of stuff. And I love it because it's just a chance to touch someone's life and a way to make someone's day, and sometimes, make their month, their year, whatever. It's definitely a huge responsibility, though. There's a lot of times if you're grumpy, you have to put the smile on and, kind of fake it until you're off on your own again. But I don't find any problems with it. I really love embracing it and just kind of being able to share what I've learned and what I do with other kids, so that way maybe, one day in the future, when I'm retired, they're being me.
And who are your role models?
I absolutely idolized Michelle Smith growing up. She pitched on the 96 and 2000 teams, and I went to a clinic with her, and from that day forth, just even now, I do clinics with her now, but I'm still not speechless around her, but just kind of in awe, because that's just who I wanted to be like in every aspect, athletically and as a person. And I think she's done a kind of a good job of taking me under the wing and kind of molding me into who I am, but I just absolutely idolized her growing up.
And so what are you doing now? Getting ready for the '08 games?
Yeah, I will finish school in May.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Finally. I've been there forever. But I'll finish school in May, and then, we'll gear up. September of '07, our national team, our Olympic team is named, and we'll start our barnstorming nationwide tour from there. And after that, I'm going to start grad school. So right now we're just focusing on '08 and softball stuff.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And I hope that the tour takes you by Indianapolis so I get to see you throw again.
I hope so, too.